And his name is Oryx. He's a defender, and in addition to crashing through soft walls and sturdy Frenchmen, he can also perform other feats of athletic prowess. A quick sprint that lets him move faster than any other operator. With it, he can knock attackers to the ground, including Montaigne and other shield bearers. He can also smash through barricades and unreinforced walls. Keep in mind that while barricades are a breeze, he does take some damage when crashing through a wall, so don't get too smash-happy without a friendly dock nearby unless you want to end up losing a 1v1 to wood paneling. Oryx's dash runs on charges. He can use them rapidly to dash a few times in a row, but they take time to replenish, and they reset to 0 when you bust through a wall. Gridlock's track stingers and Nomad's air jabs can interrupt his dash, and it takes a moment for him to get his gun back up after dashing. Plus, Oryx's footsteps aren't exactly subtle when he dashes. His ability is more about speed and strength. And he's got one more trick up his complete lack of sleeves. Oryx can jump up and grab open hatches, then either peek at his surroundings and drop down, or pull himself up through the hatch to the floor above. He can't do it on roof hatches, and you'll have to break open the hatch first, so choosing his Spas 12 primary over his MP5, or his bailiff sidearm over his USP 40 isn't a bad idea. But his climbing ability is independent of his Rima dash charges, so you can use these two skills in tandem. This makes Oryx a dangerous new defender who will have attackers looking over their shoulders and wondering where he'll show up next. Operation Void Edge is also bringing the attackers their own deceptive new threat, even though it's something that can't hurt the defenders at all. This is the new Dutch operator, Yana, and this is her hologram. Using her Gemini replicator gadget, Yana creates and controls a hologram that looks like her, including her headgear, uniform, and primary weapon skin. Moves like her, with the exception of rappelling or climbing ladders, and sounds like her. While it can't deal damage to enemies or physical objects, it can have serious effects on the defender's survivability. In addition to scouting traps, but not triggering them, Yana can make defenders think she is breathing down their necks, and bait them into throwing their C4, or dupe Smoke or Goyo into triggering their gadgets prematurely. After all, when a defender sees the hologram peek around a corner, or hears it in a hallway, how are they to know it's not the very real and very dangerous Yana? Convincing as it is, the hologram is fragile. One bullet will destroy it, as will electricity or mute jammers. Maestro's evil eyes can zap it as well, and they can detect it's a hologram by the telltale lack of warm body glow. Shooting Yana's hologram does not result in a location ping, as with Alibi's Prisma holograms, and it can't ping locations, scan enemies, or see Vigil when he's using his cloaking device. Plus, Yana can't move while her hologram is active, so defenders are temporarily safe from her ARX-200 or G36C primary weapon, or her MK1 9mm sidearm. But she doesn't just have one hologram. The cooldown period is longer if it's destroyed than if she deactivates it, but her hologram will always recharge. Whether she's using it to run solo misdirection plays, or conspiring with teammates in a coordinated push, Yana's deceptions can have deadly consequences. There used to be an exterior door here, so bringing some impactful gameplay updates that you'll want to know about. Changes to barricade damage will make breaking boards more consistent and less obstructive. Attacker drones will now spawn on the same side of the building as the attacker's first spawn location choice. And the player hub will be revamped for improved navigation.
Future with Year 6. The first half of Year 5, Season 1 and Season 2, will be very familiar for everyone, and we're gonna have a couple of additions. 2 operators per season, map reworks, and in-game events are going to be the core of what these will be the time we switch to delivering one operator per season instead of two, which in turn will be counterbalanced with new core gameplay content, plus we'll be delivering more narrative behind our new operators to our players for year of the season, along with our regular seasonal updates. Number 2,
we can show up. And the first one I want to talk about is the what we call the Ping 2.0 system. So it's an improvement on the existing ping systems that you're used to and that you've been playing with. The difference here is that you can share the positioning and the nature of gadgets that have been deployed in the environment, either by your teammates or by the enemies. So it's a really easy way to share information with your friends. Even if you don't have a mic, it's like really useful.
Yeah, not everybody can use a microphone, not everybody wants to. Now there's no...
Operators can equip, or at least several of them. You can expect more of them during the next year. We're already working on several prototypes, but there's a lot more to come for sure.
Et dans l'année 5, on va vouloir mettre le map veto qui va pouvoir donner du contrôle sur la map que vous allez jouer juste avant le début du match. Donc en année 6, on est en train de travailler sur un nouveau
niveau de réputation. Des rewards et des sanctions seront déclenchées. Le joueur sera toujours en contrôle de sa réputation.
Competitive players, for casual players, for content creators. What's coming?
Indeed, this is a huge, huge thing. I'm talking about match replay. Our watch cell has been working on this for a while now. It's a huge, huge feature, like you all know. So we've taken the weapon out of the turret and as a first step made it a primary weapon, meaning that you can just run around. And as you can see here, it has a huge amount of destruction power, so you can just use it for rotations, like it's a hell of a weapon now. An incendiary grenade launcher. Whew. And as you can see in game, it's pretty wild. So the whole concept here is that
This is a temporary game mode that'll pop up, really short, just for a weekend. And the first one we're talking about is something that's very near and dear to us. We grew up with first-person shooters on the N64, so we're bringing a golden gun mode.
That warms the heart, Alex. Now this is just the start of what's to come for the playlist, right?
That's right. So with the arcade playlist, we want to tweak little gameplay elements, introduce something new, and then release more and more of them.